36 years of basketball knowledge and life skills. Your host, Coach Goins, focuses on today's topics on and off the court, helping players and coaches achieve their goals. So get ready for another fast break episode of Basketball More Than a Game with your host, Coach Goins.
Hey, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Coach Goins, and I am live on the campus of Fayetteville State University. And guess what? I'm not alone. Sitting beside me is none other than the main man, Sherman Pride, graduate of Fayetteville State University and also our alma mater, Pinecrest High School. Sherman, so good to see you, man. Welcome to Basketball More Than a Game. So hey, Sherman is, he played for Coach Capel. We're here with USBL on the campus of Fayetteville State University. So as Sky Darrell Armstrong, who was a teammate of Sherman's when he was here, they went on and played in the NBA for 14 seasons and actually is coaching the NBA. He's here, so hopefully we'll be able to grab him. So Sherman, if you don't mind, toss a few words out to our hometown folks, and let's just talk a little bit about basketball.
Well, nice to have you having me. I've known this guy for, I can't count the years. I know it's over 30. When I came to be a freshman at Pinecrest High School, we were watching the basketball team. Took me on his wings, showed me the ropes, and known him out for over 30 years.
And that's so true. I was actually a couple years in front of Sherman, which again, not a bad thing. But why are we here on the scene? Just because what Coach Capel did for me as a manager, taking me under the wings, allowing me to teach, taught me the game of basketball, what it means to break down game film. Because I was never a player. I wasn't blessed to have the talent that Sherman had. Sherman's played with some of the well-known guys. Popeye Jones at Murray State, also again who had a great NBA career. And also coaches now in the NBA. So Sherman's done some positive things on the court as well as off the court. And again, also from the same hometown, and that's what's so good. He's stopped, he's giving time back, coming down, supporting the Capel Camp. So it's just a tremendous job. Some of his former teammates are also here on campus, and again, in such a beautiful arena. My first time being in the Capel Arena, so just means so much to able to have Sherman stop by. Again, as you see, he's rocking his Fayetteville State Broncos shirt. Hey, you know what? And watch this. One of the same gentlemen that played with Sherman in high school is now the head coach, Ken Spencer, the captain, and that's what we still call him. Anytime I talk to Ken, it's always captain. I was a little bit older than these guys, but we always deemed Ken as the captain, and now he is the head coach at Fayetteville State. So this stuff comes full circle. Great guys like Sherman as well as Ken just making a difference in everybody's life. So let me ask you this right here. I know you're pretty active, and your son had a great high school career. But if you don't mind, just share with the folks, what basketball means to you, what having Coach Capel as a coach, and how that affected your life.
Well, basketball meant everything to me, and coming from the Southern Pines, a small town we're from, Coach Capel was one of the first people I met. I think I was in the 7th or 8th grade in middle school. He came to my school and told me, you get the Pinecrest. So I've been knowing him since I was a little kid, and he kind of molded me throughout career. And even when I transferred to Fayetteville State from Murray State, he was here. And he was the main reason I came to Fayetteville State. So he's been an integral part of my life, father figure. I'm here today to support what's going on with ALS, support Jason. But Coach Capel has done a lot of things in my life as far as just not only basketball, but just life skills, just things of that nature. So anytime I can get back, support Coach Capel, for my life, all my life, it's honor to do so.
You know what, and that's so true. So just as Sherman said, and as we continue to spend the day here on Fayetteville State, as when you hear somebody say the word coach, it means so much to me. It means so much as a former player, as Sherman just laid it down and was dropping some dimes as it relates to that. And the title of our show is always Basketball More in the Game, because it is more than the game. Here it is. I've been out of high school 30 years. Sherman was, right behind me. But, again, basketball has brought us back together. We're here in such a beautiful, beautiful arena, giving back to a worthy cause. But, again, I just want to thank Sherman for his time, his talent, and everything he does. It's always a pleasure,
anytime,
to have you on the show. So, folks, that's it for right now. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be back shortly. Thank you. Hey, this is Coach Goins, and again, we are back live on the campus of Fayetteville State University. So listen, we have the opportunity to meet Coach Street right here, who is coaching the Thunder. life skills basketball. So, Coach, we certainly appreciate you taking time out of your schedule, and I know you guys are on lunch break, but welcome to Basketball More in the Game.
Thank you.
Yes,
My
sir.
pleasure.
Yes, sir. So, listen, what we're going to do, we're going to tap into this knowledge because you know what? You guys always hear about, Coach Goins, what you got going on. So, listen, iron sharpens iron. So, when we had an opportunity to tap into the talent like we got right here, you don't need to hear from Coach Goins because you hear from me every week. So, what we're going to do, we're going to find out what Coach Street does with the passion behind his skill and what he brings to the table. So if you don't mind sharing with our audience, tell us a little bit about the academy, your vision, and what you do when you're not dealing basketball.
Sure. Well, again, my name is Coach Street. I've been coaching basketball now for about 15 years. I started in the Spring Lake area at Overhills Middle School, and basically, I started off as the basketball coach there.
Okay.
I was actually helping out.
Okay.
I played at Western Harnett High School and then played at Allen University for about a year and a half. And found out, probably time for me to stop playing and concentrate on some academics.
Yes,
so
sir.
I'm a graduate here at Fayetteville State University, so it's an honor to be back and an honor to be back giving back to the community. But I started off coaching on the middle school level and then had a group of boys that really didn't have anything to do in the community.
Okay.
And so we started off. I said, you know what? We won a conference championship. Let's go and let's do some travel ball because a lot of the kids didn't have anything to do and they had some absentee fathers. So we started doing that. And then basically it took off from there. And then the next year I had 2 teams, and then the next year I had 3 teams. And so I had to start recruiting coaches. And what we did was we said, let's put life skills
How about that?
into this whole mix of what we call basketball. And we started teaching life skills. And so now we have between 5 to 7 teams, and we travel on the East Coast in the local area. We host tournaments at Methodist University, and then we use those fundings to help, travel and play in nationals. We've had the opportunity to put a few kids or give them the opportunity to play on the next level.
Wow.
Cameron Massey, who went to Lincoln University, who's playing in the CIAA. Ian Steer, who came through our program, has now committed to Creighton University. And so we just like what we do. We think we do something different in regards to your average or your normal AAU program because we add those life skills to the mix.
And folks, I'm going to call, Coach Goins, I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to call a spade a spade. That is what, sometimes that people think, that's all this is used for, just as you hear it pounding behind me, but it's not. Take it from Coach Street, and I'm challenging all you coaches that are out there to listen. We appreciate your support. So, number one, I'm not throwing you under the bus. Number two, we're challenging you to make sure when you take a hard look at your program, make sure that you're teaching life skills along with that. Because, again, basketball is more than the game.
Absolutely.
You have to be, it's got to be a transfer of skill because, as my coach, Coach Capel, says, you ride that train till you have to get off that train. Mm-hmm. So I never was a great basketball player, but what I did, I've tried to surround myself with great coaches. And I had the opportunity to meet Coach Street. We're going to talk about what he does when he's not on the court here in a second. But most importantly, what I want you to be able to take away from what Coach Street is laying down for us today is what he's doing in the youth's life, that when basketball is not the mainstay, they understand what it means when they sit in the classroom. They understand the discipline that it takes in order to achieve things beyond that. So, Coach Street, I appreciate you sharing that. But now what I want to do, tell the people what you do, the passion, and folks, watch this right here. He has a dynamic career when he's not dealing with the game of basketball. So if you don't mind sharing.
Well, I like to tell people, I'm a Jamaican. I have Jamaican heritage, so therefore I have multiple jobs.
Okay.
So I do a lot of different things. But one thing in particular that I do, I'm an art teacher. I've been teaching for over 17 years in art, but I'm also, I call myself an educator, but I'm a teacher of the gospel. I pastor a church in the local area in Sanford, North Carolina, 4282 Ponderosa Road. The name of the church is Restoration Through Christ Ministries. And so I've been having the opportunity to minister the Word of God and and kind of dovetail what I do as a basketball coach, as well as what I do as a pastor for the youth in the community.
You know what? That's such a tremendous job. You know, folks, you don't realize, as we said earlier, iron sharpens iron. But you know, look at the stance that he's taking. You know, he's serving our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. He's bringing it to the street. He's taking these young men. He's molding them. But not only is he giving that word from behind the pulpit, he's giving his time on the court. You know, so watch this right here. He not only are they getting fed, they're getting, they come into the buffet. You know, so in that, and I know time is money, and I've got to get Coach Street out here, but I just want to thank you for what you're doing on the court, as well as your everyday, as you say, in your art teaching, but as well, most importantly, sharing the gospel. And that's it's not about what we get done today, but it's about what the ultimate goal is, and that's to, again, to get the word out, and as it just says, you got to go out, and it's not about the four walls of the institution. It's the church within you. So again, I just appreciate you taking time out and stopping by and having us basketball more in the game. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is Coach Street from the Thunder Fayetteville State alumnus, and again, great opportunity to come back. But most importantly, he is a pastor. His church is in Sanford, North Carolina, not too far from my hometown, US 1 North. And can you give us that address one more time?
Yeah, it's 4282 Ponderosa Road, Sanford, North Carolina.
So anybody that's looking for a great church home, listen, I'm telling you, stop by, see Pastor Street. And again, it is always a pleasure to meet great coaches across this country as we travel with basketball more in the game. So I'm your host, Coach Goins, and we'll be back in about 30 seconds. We good? All right, hey, listen, this is Coach Goins, and we are back live on the campus of Fayetteville State University. Hey, listen, like we always say, make sure you got them laced up, tight, because we have none other than NBA legend. Look at him smiling. Look at him smiling. You know what? I'd be smiling too. I know. But you know what? It's an honor and privilege that on Basketball More Than the Game, we have none other than Mr. Darryl Sky Armstrong. I always call him Sky because, I hadn't seen him in years, but I've always tracked him. So again, welcome to Basketball More Than the Game. We appreciate you.
Appreciate it. I was laughing because my mic went right down. I'm sure I thought I had it.
But that's all right. But you know what? This is live, so it's as real as it gets. Listen, folks, if you don't know, Darryl is originally from Gastonia, North Carolina. Came to Fayetteville State, recruited by Coach Capel. And that's why we all came back out today supporting Coach Capel. And you all know my story, so we're going to just spend a little bit of time talking about what D has accomplished. So if you don't mind, tell our audience, you know what? Don't worry about it. Basketballs are flying, and that's what happens when you're in the gym. Okay, so go ahead, if you don't mind, talk about Fayetteville State. Talk about that NBA career. He's been there 24 years. He's been in the NBA playing, now coaching.
Well, I mean, for me coming up, Fayetteville State, not on a scholarship. My first 2 years playing here, and not even playing, just going to school. And then Coach Capel coming in, I was paid my third year before he came in, and he got the job. We had a black collar, so I didn't know he got hired. But he walked into the gym with him, myself, and Mark Klein.
That's right.
And told us that he's the head coach, and it was roses from there because he taught me so much, gave me a shooting drill to learn how to shoot better, and told me to put it on myself. And I had to work. I had to do the work, and done the work, and learn how to shoot, and then all of a sudden listen to his voice and hearing him say that I can play at the next level on the coaching show was so big for me and so important. And I was just fortunate to be able to cross paths with him, and I always looked at him from then as a father figure, and not only a role model, but a father, a dad, coach, and I always play hard for him.
Right.
I always want to give him all.
And the thing that we're going to frame out real quick, just as, Sherman came before Sky did, Coach was always there for us. No matter what. When I remember he came and talked to my mom when he said, hey, I need Lamont to be my manager. And she said, well, Jeff, I can't get him home. He said, don't worry about it. I'm going to drop him home, bring him home every night. So he picked me up and he drove me, dropped me off every night. And some nights when we had late ball games, he wouldn't even drop me. I'd come home and stay in Fayetteville. Jason was in the crib, so he was a really, really toddler. Jeff was running around, creating havoc as he always did in the locker room. But Darryl went on and graduated here. He actually, watch this. He still holds the school record for a 47-yard field goal.
No, somebody broke it.
Somebody broke it. All right. So hey, listen, check this out. I remember when he kicked that 47-yard field goal, and think about it, he was a dual sport guy. And that you don't see that a lot of times. But then he went on, graduated Fayetteville State, and then went on to the NBA career, six-man award. And he also, I remember one time flipping through the channels, and I went down the bench in Orlando Magic, and I'm like, man, that guy looks familiar. And then they pan back again, and I stopped and backed it up, and I was like, man, that Sky, he is, he's in the league. So if you don't mind, talk a little bit about winning the NBA championship, being a teammate, and reaching the pinnacles, coming out of HBC school. Did you ever imagine that was? Did you see it happen?
No, I really didn't. The steps that I had to take,
right?
From semi-pro to getting invited into an NBA camp with Atlanta Hawks, which was my first NBA Summer League, and then going from there to Orlando, and then not knowing that I would get invited into Orlando basketball Summer League camp, and then also rejoining them a couple years later to join the team. We got to protect everything over here.
That's all right, man. We in the gym, so
we're in the gym.
We're all good.
But not knowing that I would play my next 9 years as an NBA professional with the Orlando Magic. And my first 9 years, it was unbelievable. But when you put in the work that you're supposed to put in to get better, to make the progress, and to get the opportunity to get the chance to play in the NBA, first of all, Summer League camp, NBA camp, and then regular season. When you do the work that I have done, and you get the opportunity, you got to take advantage, and I did. Fortunately, I took advantage. I made a name for myself, playing against other big names, Tim Hardaway, right? Mookie Blaylock, guys like that. And when I knew I could play against those guys, I knew I made it.
And that's what's so special. So, hey, I never had that. Watch this, folks. I'm gonna go back in time. I'm gonna go back probably maybe like 2001. I was on an assignment in Orlando. I was in Orlando for almost 6 months. So I reached out to Coach Capel. I said, hey, Coach, man, I'm in Orlando, and I like to go to the ball game. He said, let me call Darryl. And so I want to thank you personally, because I'm sure Coach made the phone call and actually got to go to the ball game, sit in some great seats, saw the Magic, and that night that we went, the actually fan face that they had was actually Darryl. So, fast forward almost like 16 years ago, having the opportunity, again, basketball being more in the game, I called my coach, who was Darryl's coach, and through that mutual relationship was able to go in and see an NBA game on behalf of Darryl Armstrong. So listen, he also went on and won that NBA championship. So if you don't mind telling our audience, playing with Dirk Nowitzki, playing with just at that elite level, what was it like winning the NBA championship?
Well, it was great. I had the experience, I was blessed to do it my first year with Orlando Magic when we got beat by the Houston Rockets.
Okay. Yep.
But I didn't get the opportunity to play. It was my second time doing it with the Dallas Mavericks.
Right.
But we got beat by the Miami Heat. But winning it, you always want to win it as a player. That still bothers me to the day, because you never want to lose as a player. But to win it as a coach is still special.
Right.
Just that ride, just to go through and And at that time, we went from a 5-game series the first round to later on in my career, it moved over to a 7-game series throughout the whole playoffs. So you got to win first round, second round, third round, and then the fourth round. So, I mean, it's special when you win a championship. You got to go through all those rounds for 6, 5, or maybe even 7 games. You got to adjust. Every game is a roller coaster.
And then coming off your regular season,
82 games,
and then be able to just
not only 82 games. At that time, we had 8 preseason games. So it's always special, and you don't realize how special it is till you get a chance to reflect and sometimes watch the video and see the things that you've done. And it's definitely special. When you win a championship, you got a special team, you got a special group of guys, a group of coaches that put this thing together and made it work. You know what? So I mean, you're definitely blessed because every team don't even get the opportunity to make the playoffs.
Exactly right.
For me, in my 14-year career, 24 year, I've been in the NBA Finals 3 times. Just to have a chance to win championships, it's always great.
You know what? And listen, so how you think I'm feeling, folks? I'm sitting here with a legend. I'm sitting here with a not just a Fayetteville State graduate, not just a young man from Gastonia, but an NBA player, NBA champion, NBA 6-man award winner, and that means hard work, dedication. But what both of us share is one thing, and that's the relationship with Coach Capel.
Yeah.
Coach, we love you. We appreciate everything that you've done for both of us. But just showing you coaches out, you never know what's going to happen in somebody's life. So when you have those players, so into those players like you do, continue to work and have that passion. Daryl, I want to thank you for your time. I know we're at camp, and everybody, I know people want autographs, people want his time, and I just appreciate you stopping by and just sharing a little bit of time with us. And just continued success in everything you do. Okay, thank you so much. Hey, listen, this is Coach Goins, and again, I'm in the gym, and we'll be back to you in about 30 seconds. Peace. Hey, folks, we are again live back here at Fayetteville State University on the campus. Again, big time stuff that's popping off, but it's all good, and it's great to be again back on. You've heard from Daryl Armstrong, Coach Street, as well as Sherman Pride. Yes, 3 dynamic individuals that have played basketball, one in the NBA for 14 years, and then on past that. Currently still coaching in the NBA. Sherman went to high school, and Sherman lives in Charlotte now, and as well as Coach Street, who has the Thunder organization right here in Cumberland County, and is also pastor in Johnsonville. Sanford is where his church is, so please, you have opportunity, take a time out, listen to what these guys had to say on the podcast. Again, we were in the gym, so the sound may be a little different than being in the studio, but that's just what happens when you're actually having fun on site and participating in the thing. So we are, trying to make it as real as we could be, being able to do it right on the spot, and just able to spend some time and just honor Coach Capel in the capacity that we've been able to honor him. So the great thing that what we're looking at, this entire weekend is giving back, understanding the game, understanding why we play the game. But everybody that I've talked to and kind of reconnected with today, from Daryl as well as also Sherman and also Coach Street, is all one thing. It's all because of Coach Capel, and those are part of that, as they call it, coaching grapevine, as well as other different aspects that's just brought into the whole facet of the game of basketball. So it's so important that you, again, build those relationships, build those trust factors, because trust is a learned experience. Trust is an experience. You have to, in order, you hang out with somebody, and then you have to experience that relationship, and through experience that relationship, then that's when trust can be manifested. So it's a great opportunity for us to come together and spend some time here in the great Capel Arena on the campus of Fayetteville State University. And we'll be back after this. Hey, this is Coach Goins again, and then just as I'm not in the gym, I'm actually back in Raleigh. So I left the campus, but as we start to close out this production, we'll be back in Virginia on Tuesday. But just wanted to, actually, I stopped off at my brother's and my sister-in-law's here in Raleigh, and just want to be able to start to bring this great day to a close. But most importantly, I just wanted to stop and appreciate everybody that took part in the Capel Camp today on the campus of Fayetteville State University. Saw some guys I hadn't seen in quite some time. So good to see Sherman Pride, DA, Daryl Armstrong, and just to spend some time and watch those young guys work on their game, and those guys come back and for such a worthy cause. And that's just to honor Coach Capel and wish him well. But most importantly, want to give a shout out to Jason and the United States Basketball Association for allowing the staff to come down and support him as he launched this entire day for his dad, and just giving back, and for the players of Coach Capel down during the years, and for them to come back, and the support that I saw out of Moore County, Pinecrest High School, talked to some of those up-and-coming players, as well as the O'Neill School. But such a great day, such an honor to be able to be there and be a part. And we're going to be finishing up this broadcast, and we actually will be in this show, and I'll be launching it late tonight, and it'll be on there for this week. Please understand that most of this was recorded live. We did simultaneous podcast as well as Facebook Live. And when we do that, of course, the sound quality, because we're in the gym, balls are bouncing, so please bear with us. We try to work very hard and keep our sound in very high integrity and top quality. But please understand that when we are doing a live broadcast, sometimes those opportunities with ball bouncing, there's nothing that we really can't control. So again, hats off to the USBA, seeing and actually meeting the president, Mr. Mark Thompson, for the first time, talking to Coach Phil Ford, probably the greatest Tar Heel to ever play the game. Again, it's just a great time, great fellowship. But more importantly, I just wanted to pop on real quick and just tell those guys thank you so much for allowing Coach Goins and the staff of basketball more in the game. A shout out to my cousin Ursula Goins, who was huge and instrumental in assisting me today. Also a shout out to my co-host Mike Quick. Get well quick. I know you've been under the weather this week, so you have our prayers, and just going to sit back and enjoy the family. Spend a couple of days here in Raleigh before I head back to Virginia. But most importantly, always remember, iron sharpens iron. And when you have an opportunity to stop and tell somebody that you love them, do that. And then when you have the opportunity to play the game, make sure you play it the right way and keep it at a high level, and keep that integrity in check. So Coach Goins is going to be signing off. And as we always say, each and every time that we have a broadcast, always remember what it's about, why we do what we do, and why we make it so important for what we do. But before we do, we just always want to make sure that we give out our shout to our title sponsor. And that's Mr. Curtis Jackson, Benefit Agent and Broker Coordinator for your insurance needs in North Carolina, and also now serving the Southern Commonwealth of Virginia. So if you need some great insurance, please reach out. Thank him for his continued support of basketball more in the game at 919-614-5796 for your insurance needs. So can't get off the air without saying that. And we always leave with our scripture verse, John 14:6. I am the way, the truth, and the life. So, Coach Goins, and as we always say, we'll see you in the gym.